let's go ahead and start with the basics. So of course, first thing is to summon a mannequin. And in order to do that, we need to run the following command. Summon mannequin. That's it. This one is just, I wanted to summon him like above this block, so it'd be on display. Now let's go ahead and move to something a little bit better. And it's applying a player profile, skin. So in order to do that, you need to add profile and then the name of the player. And this will give you their player skin along with their cape, as you can see. So this specific one is me. However, I noticed that not every single profile works. I don't know why, but most of them did. Next we have a text display. So you see when I'm looking at him, I can see the name and it also says NPC. I don't know if you can hide the NPC. I'm assuming that you can't. So anyway, the command is costume name and then the name. Next up we have models. So you have the wide model and you have the slim model. And also, as you can see, they have two different skins. This one, I don't remember their names exactly, but those are the new skins that Minecraft added. So in order to do that, this one is a little bit longer, but trust me, it's not that difficult. So you have the profile, and instead of player, it's texture. And then you just run entity player wide sunny is the name of this specific skin. And then you have the model, which in this case is white. You can also have any type of entity. You can have an ender dragon, you can have a zombie. So basically every texture that is in the game. And as for slim, you just have to type model slim. I don't know why it doesn't work here. Like, as you can see, I left it as wide. So it turns out you need to add a model to this. Over here, there's a name list of every single skin that you can apply to it through via the Minecraft textures. Next, you have change a player's model. So this is the same way to do with this, but instead of a texture, it's for player. So this is the command. It's a lot shorter. Next we have immovable. It's similar to no gravity, but this one is a bit different. This is the command. Basically, if I hit it, it doesn't move. Now, the difference between immovable and no gravity, it's going to look the same at first. I cannot move it. With no gravity, if I hit it, if I push it, it's going to get pushed. Next, we have poses. So you can actually pose the NPCs. Right, so next we have poses. Over here I've included only 4, but there's actually 5. So obviously the first one is standing, crouching, sleeping, swimming, and fall flying. Again, summon, mannequin, then you add pose, and the pose you want. So this one in particular is crouching, sleeping. I've also added a rotation, so he won't be sleeping this way. This one is swimming, and then we have fall flying. As you can see, I've also added an equipment, the elytra, because if you're not going to do that, then it's just gonna look like he's standing. Next, we have hide layers. So this one in particular, I'm hiding the cape, which is a very, very simple command. Just add hidden layers, and then the layer that you want to hide. Now, for some reason, it doesn't work with the skin. I don't know why. Maybe it's just for me. But it only worked when I did this in here. I don't know why. So right here I have all of the layers. So I have cape, hat, jacket, basically everything that your skin customization has. Now moving on to equipments. So you have hold items. So you have in the main hand and in the offhand. So first I have the rotation. This is just for the aesthetics. Then you add equipment, and then main hand, and then the ID of the item that you wanted to hold. And this one is just offhand. And then you have armor slots, which does like this, so head, particular. And over here I have all of these slots. So you have helmet is head, chest plate is chest, leggings legs, and boots is feet. I had to place this one right there, but I forgot. Always display name. The command for this is costume name visible, then costume name, which is the name that you want it to display. Now moving on to the fun stuff. Now I've not added a lot of stuff here. Those are the more simple fun stuff that you can do. So first we have on fire. So this right here is a demon that is on fire, which looks pretty cool. The command is very simple. Just add has visual fire. Over here we have glowing. Now there's actually two ways to do this, either by applying what I've applied now or just applying an effect. Just adds a glow effect to the player. Next we have something which I personally forgot about, and it is the scale command. So you can either make it smaller or make it bigger. This is the command, this is an attribute, and then right here is the scale. I'm not sure what is the minimum and what is the maximum, but you can go lower than that, and you can go way bigger than, I think 50 maybe is the maximum. Might be wrong, I don't know, I have not tested it, but it's really cool. Now, let's move on to the more advanced. So right here you can see a mannequin riding a horse. Now obviously he's not controlling the horse, but it's pretty cool. It's a little bit long, but don't worry, you can easily just generate this using MCStacker, which is what I did. You summon the horse first, then you want to make sure that it's tamed. You equip it with a saddle, then you add a passenger. The passenger is obviously the mannequin. You can also use the same example, but instead of a horse, it can be a minecart. It can be basically anything you want. Yeah, you can do anything with it. So it's just the same thing, but instead of a horse, it's a minecart. This is a custom name display, but the name is not just colorful, but it's also gradient. And this one is quite difficult and very long, so I'm not going to show you exactly how this is. We have sitting. This one is quoted because he's not actually sitting on the block. He's actually sitting on a horse. Alright, so let's take a look at the commands, and there's also a specific order that you need to follow. The first one is a repeating command. What this command basically does is just makes the NPC face you. Then what you want to do is you want to summon the horse. Same way that we did with the horse right there. But here I also added no AI, but I also had to add silent 1, which I forgot to add, but that's fine. And I also added a tag to the NPC. I think I also should have added a tag to the horse, but whatever. Then you run the following command. Then what you want to do is you want to break the repeater. Now you don't actually need to break it, you can just toggle it off. But yeah, you just want to make sure that you get further away from the NPC before breaking it. I'm not exactly sure where there is a specific order that you need to follow. It's just what worked for me. Like, I realized that if I spawn the horse first and then run the repeater, the NPC is just going to dismount the horse. Now, the downside is if you leave the world and then rejoin, it is going to dismount the horse. Next, we have NPC Path Showcase. As you can see, this NPC is following a specific path. First, you want to summon the NPC, and you want to tag it with a specific tag that you're going to remember that is going to be used for that particular command. Then you want the loop. All of these commands are the exact same. The only difference is the block type and the rotation. Basically what it does, it looks if the NPC with the specific tag has a block underneath them, in particular is lime concrete, run a command. This is the position. Point 1 is the speed. You can lower it, you can increase it. It's all up to you, just play around with it. This right here is just the rotation. So this is the body rotation and this is the head. I managed to do this by following a tutorial, and I just replaced the villager with the mannequin, and it works perfectly. You can also do the same with crouching. The only difference is a different tag and the pose. You also have jumping, which doesn't look realistic at all, but I tried, okay? There's probably better ways to do that, but the way that I did it, it's the exact same command, but instead of going to the sides, it's going upwards. The next one is very similar to how we did with the sitting. As you can see, it's following everywhere I go. I walk here, it's turning to me. And the moment I'm going to get further away, it's going to stop looking at me. Next, we have something similar, but instead of looking at you, he's actually going to follow you. This is the command. You just summon the mannequin and add a tag. And if I'm going to flick this lever right here, he'll start following me. Hello? See? So this one actually needs only one command, but I wanted to make it more realistic, so I added a second repeater. And by the way, I did this using ChatGPT, just saying. This is the command. It looks for a specific block. I also added a distance, so it won't always follow me. It's going to face me, and then it's going to walk after me. Basically, it will only follow me if there is lime concrete below him. This command right here, it checks if a block is not lime concrete, then it's going to move him a little bit back. Another thing about this, if you're going to fly, he's going to fly too. I don't know how to fix this, unfortunately. Next up, we have copy hands. So you only need one command for this. I did not like how it was. I wanted to make it very, very accurate. Let me first show you what it does. Basically, it just displayed what I was holding in my inventory, whether it was in my main hand or in my offhand. This right here is the copy command. So basically what it does, it just looks if the player has a selected item in the main hand. And if the player does have, it will display it on the NPC. Now, the issue is the moment that you'll have nothing selected, he's going to store the last item that you have selected. To fix that, we have to remove the item. If there is nothing selected, it's going to replace the last item with air. These commands are the same, the only difference is main hand and offhand. Now this one is a little bit bigger, but again, those are the same commands, just for the different slots. If I'm going to flick this lever right here, you'll see that now it's going to copy me. If I take it off, it's going to take the helmet off. If I take the pants off, it's going to take his pants off. So basically just doing the exact same thing that I'm doing, and you can combine it with the items, and it is going to mirror you 100%. Well, at least in terms of equipment. Now, the reason why there's two commands for each one is for the same reason as for this one. It will display the last equipped item, even if you have nothing on you, so just needed a fix. As you can see, it is very similar to this one, just different commands. Finally, we have dynamic poses. He's cycling through all of the poses. So he's standing, crouching, swimming, and it looks like he's falling, but is actually sleeping. So right here is the sequence, and for this one I've added crouching, standing, swimming, and sleeping. The command for all of them is the exact same, so I'm just going to show you on one of them. So again, you tag the NPC, and then you have pose. Then you set the value to the pose that you want to change. Now, we're finally moving on to possibilities. Now, I've only included 3. There's obviously way more possibilities that you can do. Some that are just way more complex and I just couldn't figure out how to do them. But you can do some crazy stuff with it. First, you can actually make it hostile. But you will see that there is one flaw here. But let me show you it anyway. Actually, there's 2 flaws. As you saw, he was attacking me, but there were 2 things. First thing, he was flying, and second thing, he didn't have a hit animation. For this one, you need 6 commands. First, you want to give the NPC the attack tag. We already summoned him with the attacker tag, but what this repeater does, it adds a new tag, which is the active tag. And it will only add this tag if the player is close to this specific NPC. The second one is face the player. So it's nothing new, you've already seen this one. It's just going to face you. Then there's walk towards you. And then there is attack the player. And the reason why I quoted this is because he's not actually attacking you, it's just running a damage command. So it will appear as if the NPC is attacking you, but in reality he's not actually attacking you, he's just following you. So what it does, if the NPC is very, very close to me, so only one block from me, then he's going to deal me damage, and the damage is just 2 HP. This right here, this one is optional, but you can add a sound effect when he's hitting you. So this one in particular, I made it the villager no. And then there's the remove the attack tag if out of range. So the moment that I am 6 blocks away, it's going to remove the active tag. Next we have fight each other. The same way that we made the NPC fight the player, you can make the NPC fight each other, or any other mob. Let me just push this button right here and let the fight begin. As you can see, we have a winner, and he's gone. Now, I don't know if this is the best way to do this. This is what worked for me. I've looked through tutorials, also obviously got a lot of help from ChatGPT because I'm not good at those things. First, we have create a scoreboard objective. So this is the command. So just copy this and you just run it in chat. Next, you want to spawn the mannequins. Alright, so just summon the mannequin, you add a tag, and then the rotation is optional. This one is the same, but I just added a scale. The difference is that each one of them has a different tag. These two are the same commands, just for the different NPCs. This is basically what it does in short. Detect active fight, sets tags if both are alive. So if both NPCs are present, it's going to give them the necessary tag for fighting, which is the is fighting. What it does, it clears the flag if the opponent is dead or missing. What these two commands do is if both of them are present and are given the necessary tag, they will face each other. But you don't just want them to face one another, you also want them to move towards one another. We have deal damage when in range. So the moment they're both close to each other, they're going to deal damage. And then finally, we have start post-fight timer if not fighting. Basically what it does, the moment that one of them is dead or missing, it will start the timer and they will just stand in place. And then this one is optional, kill the winner after 3 seconds to clear the arena. This will only run after the fight. And now finally, we have motion capture. Keep in mind this one is not perfect, this is just something that you can do, and if you know commands, you can do this way better. So as you can see right here, I have my player, and he's doing what I do. So he's looking, if I look right, it looks right, if I look down, he looks down, which is very, very cool. I look up, he looks up. Even if I crouch, he's going to crouch as well. However, if I walk, then nothing happens because I don't know how to do this. And it can do some cool stuff, like, you know, I'm just minding my own business. I look back, oh, excuse me. Hello, sir? Let me show you how this is done. So if you want him to just follow your rotation, all you need to do is just add one repeater and that's all. Now, in order for him to copy your sneaking, you need a sequence. And for this sequence to work, you need a scoreboard. So for this one, you will need only one repeater, and the next are chain commands. You want to set block, then a specific coordinates, one that you're not going to be building in. It will constantly place an air block. The moment that we sneak, it will set block a redstone lamp. Then what it will do, if the block in that specific location is in fact a redstone lamp that is also lit, then what it will do, it will change the pose value to crouching. You can also do it swimming, sleeping, whatever. And now this one is if that block is not a redstone lamp, then change the pose to standing. And the final one will reset the scoreboard. So if we're not going to include this, and we're going to crouch, and then uncrouch, that block is going to stay there. So that means that the sneak time value is going to increase, and we'll just never get the posing to work. So yeah, that is basically it. There's obviously a lot more stuff that I could have shown you. But yeah, man, the things that you can do with this, it is incredible. I'm hoping that Mojang will actually add a little bit more features to this. I just cannot wait to see what map makers are going to create using the mannequins. Like, this is incredible. Anyway, have a good day or night, and I'll see you next time.